What's up? We just left Dan's. That made coffee. And did a few other things that you don't need to know about. Anyway, sup, everybody. Not that there's anyone here. There's nobody here. 3 whole people, it says. Anyway, one of them is me. To the chat. Yeah. So I need JST connector parts. Tired of the kits. Don't need the kit. If you haven't been watching Dan's stream earlier, I want 2-pin and 3-pin plugs. That's all I want. And I'm trying to find the parts. And DigiKey has the outer shell, the actual nylon housing. And all I want is a female plug with the male connectors. Basically, I want this without the wire attached. And 2 and 3 plug. What's up, Dave? It's hard to find them. DigiKey sort of has them, but they don't have the pins. They have the housings, but the pins are back ordered. Masasui or whatever it was seemed to have them. I could get the pins from them. They were kind of expensive, and I didn't even look at shipping. But you had to buy male and female, which I need the female pin, male plug housing. If that makes sense. The female pin goes in the male plug housing, so blah blah blah. You had to buy the whole thing. It was kind of expensive, and I hadn't even looked at shipping yet. If it comes down to it, I'll do that. Excuse me. Coffee burps. Yeah, there's no drone stores around here. And again, most of the ones I found sell this stupid kit. I don't want this kit. I don't need all these plugs. All of these are spares. These are all useless to me. All the male ends, all the big ones, both. It's just way overkill. All I need are these 2 right here that are empty. And I need a lot of them all the time, because that's what you use most of on the printer boards. And I don't need the kit. I mean, I can order a kit for $8 off of Amazon again. I'd have to get 2 of them. That's $16. I'd rather get 100, 2-pin and 100 3-pin and spend half as much. I mean, I wouldn't mind buying the kit if I could use it, but just why have the kit? Getting tired of all the extras. This is actually the second one of these I've gotten, and I actually threw one out because I got tired of it sitting around. That is Fruit has the kits too. They actually have I think it's a better quality kit than that cheap thing. And we found a couple places, but they're like, order from China. You might get it by December 25th. It's like, okay, I'm not waiting till Christmas. Not happening. Well, we'll buy a kit then. I'll just buy a couple kits. I get it. The kits make more sense for most people, and it made sense for me at first because I had a little bit of everything until I knew exactly what I was going to use a lot of. But I don't know. You'd think these kits would come better prepared, like, it has 22-pin and 23-pin and 24-pin and 25-pin and 26-pin and male and female, and most people don't use the male, or it's actually the female housing. They call it a female plug. Most people need the male because most of the time you're using it, with this particular one anyways, you're using it on a board, and you need the plugs. You already have the housing, the female. You need the male plug with the female connector. The nylon is male. The actual wire crimp part is female. Anyway, but you're using 4, very few of, a buttload of 3 and a buttload of 2 for all the sensors. You usually only use 4 or 5, even though this board has 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 driver ports because this has got the auto, the Z double motor breakout built into it. But there's a buttload of 2s for all your fans. There's a buttload of 3s for all the end stops and auto leveling sensors. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 2s and 6, 7, 8 3s. And then you have a bunch of 4s for the driver motors, and then the 1.5 for this little interface here, which I'm assuming is one of the newer interfaces for the. I think that's for. I don't have my glasses. I can't read it, and I don't know enough about that part of the crap. That's for weird things. 5-volt ground 2.03 reset. I'm assuming that goes to your screen or something. TFT, yep. So it's the 1.5 pin goes to your if you're using a touchscreen. And I got it again. I found them on DigiKey. Actually, let me share the screen, which is fine. There's got to be other places other than DigiKey. That was the first one I went to. And they have them, but back ordered. Of course, the pins. I can get the 2 sockets. I can get the 2 and the 3, get 20 of each, get 100 pins, because like every other one of these, I crimp on there. I screw the crimp, so I have to redo it. So I want extras. Probably don't need 100, but for $3, who cares? I should probably get like 100 of each. Why they don't have the stupid pin? It's not in stock. And that's really kind of annoying. $22 to $28. Now I think I just thought of something. I can get the other size. I don't need the crimpers, jumper wires, crimped leads. I think that's what I need is the crimped lead. Yes. I think that's the one I have linked. What's this 8-inch? 10 color black. Doesn't matter. This length here is what's confusing me. Length what? There's nothing 6 inches unless it's, it's on these wiry things here. What's up, monkey? I want to make the plugs for the board here. Yeah, Big Tree Tech board. Then I burned up. If anyone wants to jump in here. And I'm tired of buying these stupid kits. These are all leftovers. Like 90% of it's leftover scrap. If I'm using a good part of it, I wouldn't mind buying the kit again. But I'm using like less than 10% of the kit. So all I need are the 2-pin and the 3-pin, and they all come with 2-pin, 3-pin, 4-pin, 5-pin, and 6-pin. And I don't need all that. And it's not that they're expensive; they're $10, but I'd need at least 2 of them. Or, I could probably get away with 1, but then I'd end up with nothing again. But what is the difference? Do you know any of this there, monkey man? Jordan, buddy? I don't know the differences in all of these, what the differences are. I'm beginning to think by the looks of this 6-inch, 12-inch, 10-inch, 4-inch, 2-inch, and 8-inch. Oh, these are pre-wired is what they are, huh? Yeah. I don't want them pre-wired. Can I just get the pins? Crimpers, crimp heads, die sets, crimpers, jumpers, pre-crimped leads. What's up, Mike? Rectangular connector adapters, contacts. This is what I want right here, huh? Is the actual contact. Yes. I might actually be getting somewhere. I don't really need 8,000. I don't really need 5,000. One. 22 to 28. So I'll let you go smaller. They all do at least 22, 26, 30. No, that's too small. No, I think that's... I don't even know what gauge that wire is I'm using. I think it is like 24 or 26 or something. I think that's what I need. Oh, are you? How come it didn't ding?
I dinged. You just didn't hear my doorbell.
Like, normally, because it's actually been working, it usually goes, ding when it, when somebody jumps in. Anyway,
yeah.
Look.
Not much. What you want is one of these, dude.
I got that. All I want, I have that, dude. All I want are 2 and 3 pins. That's the only thing I'm out of.
I know. That's the part that sucks. Is it's hard to get just.
Yeah, and they all have like 10 2 and 3 pin, and I need more than 10. So then I end up buying 2 of these kits just to get what I need, and then I end up with a bunch of crap that I already have. A bunch of just. Bleh! I mean, I would highly recommend getting one of these kits for someone just doing it for the first time, but I'm not. I have the kit. I have all of these left over.
The other thing you could do, if you really wanted to, for $15 you can get like a 50 pack of 2 pin male and female already pre-done.
Yeah, I don't want it pre-wired either because then you're soldering it in. I'm trying to get away from all that. I want to do a little bit cleaner, neater installation this time. And I mean, if I have to, I have the pre-wired ones because that's what I actually use in all my RC stuff. Is all 2 and 3 pin for the because all these batteries use them for the balance lead. That's exactly what they use. So I have a bunch of them pre-wired. I don't want to pre-wire.
I know. I ended up buying some of the. They're the JST SM ones. They're the ones that have the clip. It's actually, and again, I only needed the 2-wire. These ones are for the Predator in order to clip the wires to the extension ports.
Yeah, the problem is
I had to buy a full kit. Just because, again, I could only buy the 2 lead ones in the thing, so I ended up getting this huge ass kit.
But those won't plug into the board. Because I was actually thinking about. Me and Dan were talking about it earlier. And I want to completely rewire this proper. There's all kinds of splicing and crap in here, which I have a feeling is part of my problem with it. And I just want to get rid of the duet. Not that the duet's bad. I want a screen on it, and it's a pain in the ass, and I'm not buying a duet screen. Yeah, I know.
The screen
I don't want a touch screen. I want to put the stupid little 2004 or a full graphics screen on it, and that's it.
I just want to be able to look at it
and go, okay, it's running.
Ridiculous mode.
Yeah, that's just I just don't need it.
Oh, dude, the screen is 10 times bigger than the board. It's hilarious.
I found the connectors on the plastic parts on DigiKey. You don't really deal with this in. What the hell did you used to do? Electrical or plumbing?
HVAC. We don't deal with the small little connectors for much of it.
Yeah, no, you did like house wiring. You did electrical, not electronic.
I mean, I've had to do it, but
yeah, but that's not something you'd have I think Buttram deals with some of this on a regular basis where he does audio.
Right.
But he's all mad at me because I was making fun of his PC. So
Yeah, well, you lommed yourself into the corner there, and then you.
I know I was just screwing with him, and I kept going with it because it was fun. He knows I'm just screwing with him. I'm just having fun. It's funny because I'm actually thinking about getting a PC again because I think all this kind of streaming stuff is better on the PC.
See, something is really seriously wrong.
Yeah, you're doing it.
No, I'm trying to level the bed on this Predator again, and every time it goes to do the bed leveling sequence, it drops about halfway, and then starts doing the bed leveling sequence, but keeps moving up as it's going. Like it's not even touching the bed, of course, right? Like it's just so. Might have to do some
Backordered.
Googling.
Everything's freaking backordered.
See, what really pisses me off is when you get something that uses the 2.4 millimeter JSTs or the teeny tiny JSTs. I hate these little tiny ones.
See, I kind of like the little tiny ones for wiring the fans and stuff. I have them on the fans and thermistor on the hot ends because they are teeny tiny, you know.
Oh, yeah, I just don't like it.
But they are a pain. I can't tell you how many times because I've got some of my little RC like quadcopters that use those for the batteries, and I can't tell you how many times you can't pull on the plug, so you pull on the wires, and then you pull the wire out of the socket.
Right.
Because they're so tiny, they don't have any grip on themselves. Wait, man, we're not feuding. We're having fun. What's up, Robbie Mac? Buttram's just doing his usual correcting the llama. As he always does. Buttrionopedia. Wicca Buttrion. There you go. So did you get your MMU all working on the
Yeah, well it's running,
yeah.
I just haven't finished. I've got today, hopefully I'll put back together the last little bit. I was trying to figure out something for the buffer. But I ended up just cutting PTFE tube so that out the MMU is only this long, and then out my box is only this long. So when it backs up, it actually just free spools in the air, as opposed to being constrained in a buffer or anything like that. And it seems to be working fine.
From it.
Yeah, I was going to do rewinders up there, or I was going to put a buffer. I even printed a buffer, another style as opposed to the stock one. Like, just all this ridiculousness. And it's just...
Oh, is that the big Tree Tech board?
Yeah.
It's silliness. To the max.
Yeah, but after watching that Chris Riley video, I was considering buying this one for a while because it's going on this big printer. So, I mean, it can handle a big, giant screen.
Yeah.
But then after seeing Chris's video, I was like, okay, yeah, that would work for what I want it to do.
Why? What did he do that's any different than anything else?
Well, he just showed how you can use it for, like there's terminal input and stuff like that on it and everything.
Well, see, if I were going to get a touchscreen,
I might be able to watch Netflix on it. I don't know.
I would probably want a big one because the little ones just seem annoying to me.
Well, and I'm going to run this in touchscreen mode. I'm not going to run it in 22, because that's just
that would be insane to run in regular. You get freaking text when you see every single little pixel.
Yeah.
If you ran it,
but I'm going to try doing it up in like a bunch of different colors and stuff. So I'm just printing more parts for this case that I found. I found this cool case online that's got the back panel, and then there's 3 or 4 little parts to allow you to swivel it, so you can pull it forward, tip it down, and all kinds of stuff. So you can get it right where you want it. And I kind of want to put it just down here.
Yeah, you want it kind of hanging below the printer over the shelf.
I want it under the heat bed, but under the but it can hang over the shelf. That's fine.
Yeah.
This printer's monstrosity, but I mean, it's just that's the back. Like, hang on, where's the
massive
board?
It's almost as big as my frickin'. Which I gotta.
I figure I'm gonna also see if I can't get like an icon to play Netflix or some shit. You know, just have it playing TV behind me or something. But there's the Big Tree SKR Turbo.
Yeah, which is basically the same thing as this. This isn't a turbo, but it's a 1.4.
So it's 2 times the size of the actual main board.
This is one of the smaller main boards I have.
I honestly, when it came in yesterday, I opened it up and I looked at it and went, "Oh God, they sent me the wrong board."
Yeah,
I thought it was bigger. I mean, I have one in here, but for some reason I thought it was bigger.
Pins and everything.
But no, it is SKR Turbo 1.4.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do sensorless homing on X. It's gonna have the optical end stops for the Z. I got to figure out how I'm gonna wire those in, and then a leveling probe attachment, and it's gonna be nice. And I got, because I bought the kit, I got the 2209s with it.
Yeah, me and Dan were talking about that. If I could find these stupid pins and plugs where I can get them, I'm almost thinking about ordering a buttload and making mini kits that's the exact amount for these boards. Do like a kit for...
Well, then just buy your 8,000 of them.
Yeah, but 8,000 is a little more than I need, and it's like $100.
Yeah, but by the time you
you
nickel and dime it to like $20 here, $10 here, $10 here, you're gonna be.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of money at the moment. I don't have
more rubber duckies for the shelf.
Yeah. Rubber ducky, you're so fine. Rubber ducky, I'm so glad you're mine.
I have one of the OG Big Tree duckies because it doesn't say Big Tree on it.
Yeah, I got a bunch of those around here. I only got one. When I got the board, they didn't send me one. I didn't get.
Although their screen printing has gotten a lot better.
Ooh, I haven't seen them with the. I don't have any with the Big Tree Tech logo on his chest.
Oh, I've got
no tattoo
up there
for me.
Hang on, what's duckies in here? Yeah, this one's a weak ass ducky because it must be from the old batch because of the board. I've got 6 duckies up there, so.
Wow, you're a Big Tree Tech duck fan.
Well, I've gone through 2 SKR minis. I have TFT 35 SKR Turbo,
2 minis,
SKR 1.3, TFT 35 2.0, not the 3.0. Now I've got the
Tree Tech crap. We know.
Yeah. Rather wish I didn't have to buy it all myself, but shit happens.
Reality
this thing's
happens.
Just giant. I have one of those Wi-Fi modules somewhere that I could use if I wanted.
Yeah, I've looked at that. That's kind of what got me into it when I put the first one on the Max Micron, which is now gone.
Yeah, it's not at the same level.
Yeah, it's just like everyone I've watched has been like, it works. It's really, really slow.
Well, and it doesn't work the way you want it to work.
Yeah. Well,
it
like
kind
you
of want
like Starter Face in Wi-Fi mode.
Oh, that's
which is fun.
So this thing has that light up encoder knob.
Really?
Yeah, there's a little benefit of spending more money.
Yeah, Tim was doing the SE6 or whatever, the fire encrusted Creality printer yesterday.
CR6 SE.
And he was laughing about the stupid LED on the hot end. That's one of those features I kind of like. I know it's absolutely pointless and stupid, right, but it's one of those things I kind of like the look of. For one, it's not completely pointless if you can make it a regular white light, because then you can just glance over and look at your print.
And that's where it'd be nice to have it be red while it's heating, green when it starts, and then white once it's printing.
Yeah, which I think you can
or green when it's done or something. Then you could just look over.
Yeah.
It's like actually my keyboard, when I'm playing Counter-Strike, the keyboard will blink red when I run out of ammo.
Really?
Yeah, or when I die. So I'm like, oh, that's handy.
So far, I'm never looking at the keyboard, but I guess you see it in your peripherals.
In the peripherals. Yeah, so I've got more, but I think my Amazon order got dicked up today. I got some more wire that's supposed to show up for doing the hot end wiring, and it says it's not there.
Yeah, them Canadians aren't stupid enough to freaking allow us Americans back up there.
I don't mind if they open up the border out in Vancouver. Just don't open it in Ontario. So if they open it in Vancouver, then Bob can send stuff across the border.
You guys got to get a little quadcopter that'll lift boxes, like one of them Amazon quadcopters. It just drops boxes over the border.
This is a giant pain in the ass. It says here, package could not be delivered, returned to Amazon. Why can't it be delivered? Send me my damn package. And if I try to order this stuff again, I need to. Is there a chat box of Amazon?
Who else is a good electronics besides Masumi and DigiKey?
For electronics, check out SealTech.
Who?
SealTech.
Yeah, but they won't have these little plugs. They'll have the kit.
No, they might have the plugs.
I doubt.
Hang on, I can do faster than you can.
Tone. Yeah, gives me nothing. Because everyone's like Adafruit. Adafruit's a little overpriced. Big deal. It's not terrible, but all they have is the kits too. They actually have, I think it's a better quality kit from what I saw.
Oh, probably. It doesn't look like they have anything listed as just JST. I don't know if that's just how they didn't put it in the system. That is one of the downsides, right? You buy these kits and you use up a lot of the one size. In fact, actually, now that I'm looking at it, I might not have enough of the one size.
Yeah, the 2s and 3s you use a lot more of than anything else. For us, when it comes to 3D printing wiring, because the 2s and 3s are all fans and end stops, and there's a lot more of them. And a lot of the 4s are for the motors, but you don't really use as many 4s. Yeah, they don't have any. It's Iltech. Nobody seems to have just the stupid plugs.
The funny thing is I could probably order the pre-spliced ones and just pull the connect. Because I got a bunch of the crimp connectors still. I got just because I'm not using them on the other sizes, right? So I got just a boatload of those. So if I just buy the pre-wired ones and pop them out, then I have the little plastics to use.
Yeah, but I have
a workaround.
Keep the plastic easy. I don't want pre-wired. Because the other thing I was thinking about doing is
but I'm saying, Llama, if you already have these, from the kit that you're not using.
That's what I need the most of. Is that I need the crimp-on connector.
Because I don't use all these other pins.
I actually have. They're plugged in. I have the little white nylon housings. Not enough. I need more, but I could probably find enough. Because, like you say, I could just pop them out from my pre-mades because I have a bunch of wires that,
anytime I got a computer or any of that, I always pop them all off for everything too. So,
but because the other thought would be is I'll just get pre-wired, and then I'll do like kind of like A-net and Crowley and them started doing when they first started doing the external box for their power supply and everything, and use the aircraft connector on the housing.
Right.
It's not a bad connector. And then I could use the pre-wire and it's short enough. You wire it, you solder it to that aircraft connector, and then I just have like 3 or 4 big, good plugs to unplug any one thing. But that's just, again, it's another connection, another area where failure or interruption can happen that I just don't need. It's making an issue when there is no issue other than I can't get what I need.
Yeah, now I'm trying to find it because now I'm like, I want to buy more of those 2 pins.
I need JST XH. 2-pin and 3-pin only. You don't want a kit. I have a kit. Got too many kits. That's not the only one I have. I have like 3 others. I threw a couple of them out because I got tired of sitting on them.
So here's the downside, okay? So I'm just looking online, and I found like the pre-wired leads and stuff like that for certain. The kit, to buy another full kit of 460 pieces is like only $16.
Yeah.
So like
I need 2 of them because you only get 10 of the 2 or 3s, most of them. They say 20, but it's 10 male and 10 female.
No, this one's 20 and 20.
Well, still 20 and 20. So it's $16 to get 20 plugs. 20
You can't buy them anywhere else, so that's plugs. A good deal to me.
Well, again, I found them on DigiKey other than they're back ordered. Plus,
then you get all the crimp ends as well, and all the metal and everything.
That's what the part I need most is what the crimp end is what I need the most, and that's what's back ordered on DigiKey. I get the housings, but 20 housings is $2. I just don't want to sit on another box of shit. I have boxes of shit already.
See, and here's black 2-pin and red 2-pin, but those are board side, but those are stupidly expensive.
They're out there. I just can't. It's just I'm searching the wrong word or. There's another I don't want them pre-wired because a lot of these wires have got to go all the way in. And
I mean, you can use DuPonts too, and then just
I
had a drop of hot glue anyway.
They wiggle loose too often. And I'm not into hot glue in my board.
Yeah, see, this one's 10 and 10, which is no good.
Right. I mean, it would do if it comes down to it. I'll get an Amazon freaking kit again, and I'll basically just throw this kit out because I just don't even need a double of the same thing. But man, it's just why? That's like 3 times as much as I need to spend to get 10 times more stuff I don't need.
This is a 500-piece kit.
I'm basically getting, 350 pieces out of a 400 part kit I don't need. And not that I don't want them, because you never know, I might use them, but I don't want 500 million, 5, 6, and 7 pin kits when I'm using 2 and 3s.
And also, the fact that really sucks is that the 6-pin that's in here is not what you can use on stepper motors.
Right. Because you need the 1.8 or 2.0
Whatever the stupid stepper size is.
And I guess I've been studying this for a while now. I guess the pitch, what they call the pitch, is the spacing between the pins. And these are 2.54. And stepper motors are like 1.69 or something like that, or 2.0, or I don't know. It's a different spacing. Other than that, they're the same thing. It's just the spacing between the actual ports, pins. And I don't want pre-wired because I don't want to splice wires because that's just another area for, interference / error /
Well, and then you don't get the right color coding sometimes.
Yeah, and then it's me soldering more crap that I don't.
I wouldn't trust that at all.
Exactly. Mama, don't solder. And like I said, I found them. It's just they're back ordered. Check lead time. Availability 0. Tape and reel 0. Bolt 0. These parts are also available in these, which also have 0. That is kind of cool. I never knew they did that. Or instead of buying, I've got them in my cart as an individual pin. Where I'm assuming you get a bag of them, and then they have them in what they call a tape and reel, which is what those kits are. It's a tape strip of them, I guess.
Yeah.
Here, but they have those listed too, and those are all 0.
Okay.
Yeah, the micros are totally different. Those are the PH, I think, not the XH. And the micros are good. I like the micros better at the hot end side. But I really can't change the board. The board is what the board is, and I can't change that. I'm going to find them, and that's just what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get like 1,000 and build little mini kits and sell them on eBay for just like the big Tree Tech boards and see how that goes. I don't even care about making money other than there's got to be other people doing the same thing I'm doing that getting tired of buying the freaking kit. With too much crap you don't need.
Well, I'm just going to order 200 of them right now.
Of what?
100 of the 2-pin and 100 of the 3-pin. You know what? Maybe I need 200 of them. Nah, just 100 is fine. Don't even need that many.
Housing though, right? You're not getting the actual crimp-on pin.
Those are just the housing. I can get the metal parts too.
Where?
DigiKey Canada.
Oh, fuck you. Goddamn Canadians.
Although I didn't actually look for the metal parts. So let me look at...
that's the problem. The housings they got. They were like $2 for 100 of them or 20 of them.
Contacts.
Yeah, it cost them more money than I'd just buy the kit at that point because it cost them more money to get across the border than anything else. Although you still haven't sent me any damn stickers. I need a monkey.
I haven't sent anybody any damn stickers. I've had to figure out how to walk again.
Yeah. Walking's not important.
Is that the one I want? Which one do I want?
Freaking walk. You know how to hobble. You've been hobbling your whole damn life.
All right.
Who's the other big seller? Freaking. Where's Buttrion when you need him? He's pointed me once to a like DigiKey place. For some reason, I'm thinking Mouser.
Yeah, Mouser is another one.
But I looked there, and somebody just popped in. See, that time I heard the frickin' beep. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Llama?
Same old.
I'm trying to find. I fly RC, and we use these connectors all the time, and I buy rolls of the gold-plated pins.
Yeah. So send me a
1,000 at a time. And then I buy bags of the
nylon plugs.
Of the plugs. Yeah. I'll have to find. I may have gotten them from Mouser or I'm not sure.
All they carry is the Adafruit kit, which I don't want the frickin' kit.
Yeah, I know.
I'll buy the kit. I'm just trying to avoid buying another kit.
Years ago, I bought the kit. And now I buy.
Newark, is that it?
Now I buy them in bags. By the individual
what I want to do.
PIN number. I'll have to see if I can find that.
You know what's hilarious, Lemma? Apparently, they're all available in stock in Canada.
Hey, monkey, stroke it, bitch.
He's live.
I wonder how much it would cost for you to order a big old coil and then send it to me. How much more the shipping would be to get it over the border.
You have the
50. It's all I'm looking for at this point. And honestly, it's not that big a deal to buy the kit, other than it just seems like such a freaking waste. You know what I mean? It's not even the money waste. It's the waste of material. I hate wasting stuff unnecessarily. Newark Electronics. They might be the place. You might have saved the day there, Robbie Mack. Because that does look familiar. JST XH. I've gotten that memorized now. Product range, JXT.
Oh, DigiKey takes PayPal. How cool is that? You know what?
They take PayPal.
Take
PayPal for me because I got a PayPal credit card. I love my PayPal credit card. I think that's the balls. That's a cool mug. Hold that back up. Is that a mug or a cup?
That's a silicone cup
with hot coffee in it.
Yeah, silicone is great. We use it all the time for super hot stuff.
Is that what you use at the restaurant?
Yes.
So it's just cool looking. It's not like
and it
freaking coffee cup.
The nice thing about it is when you put it in the microwave, we use it for like melting chocolate when we dip strawberries, and we use it to we use it for a lot of things in the microwave. And the silicone really doesn't get hot, but it melts the chocolate super fast, and then all you have to do is flex the silicone, and once the chocolate is cooled, it just pops right off. You don't have to sit there. When we were busy, we dipped so many strawberries that the chocolate would fill our drains and clog them up. So we had to take everything outside, and chocolate and almond bark, it's really weird stuff because you have to totally dissolve it for it to get out of your lines. So what we do is we flex the silicone, and then we melt it back down into something that is usable, and then that's how we continue to use it. But the silicone bowls, they're huge bowls. I'm on my tablet right now. I was talking to, and I made a mount for my tablet last night. How does it sound? Does it sound better than my?
It's a little quiet-ish, but not terrible. You're definitely breaking up less than you were on your old setup. Much cleaner, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a lot less of an annoying sound. Does that make sense? I think I found it, guys, at Newark. Well, it's not to complain because I don't have the best audio system here in the world, but some of them that break up and spike all the time, and just drives me nuts. It's hard to listen to.
Yeah, that llama guy's a real dick.
He is.
Yeah, but I kind of like him. He reminds me a lot of.
Fun to make fun of.
19-week lead time for a fan? Fuck you.
Yeah. So I found it. What the hell's costing so much? $23. $16.
How many pieces?
100.
Are they all 2P?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I'm thinking it's 100 like ribbons of pins because it's the actual little pin, the crimp.
Oh, yeah.
And I put it 100 at $16 for 100. So I'm assuming that
No,
100 is like 20. It's 100 ribbons with 20 pins on it or something. Bronze suitable doesn't say.
1,000 and 5,000 roll, and they're not
showing an individual. But I'm going to look at the data sheet here and see if they show it as a ribbon. No, that's just the information. I didn't realize what JST actually stood for. It's Japanese solderless terminal.
Yes.
I never knew that. Learn something new every day.
all the best electronics come from Japan.
28 to 22.
Make sure you get yourself a real good crimper.
You know, I've seen so many. Everyone's like, "Oh, this crimper is better than this crimper, and this crimper is better than that crimper." It's as long as you take your time, and you're not trying to like ramrod them. Almost any crimper works for that.
I've got a set of really good.
I've done thousands of these pins.
Yeah, I've got this one that came with the kit, and it seems to work fine.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's just, again, you've got to just like it takes more time lining it all up and getting it proper.
Yeah, I found these
and then crimping it down. And sometimes I got to go back with the needle nose and just clip a little, whatever. Yep. But that's just because I'm being particular.
No, I do too. Ooh, I just found another ribbon of connectors. Sweet. They still don't have enough.
So there we go, Llama. For $32, taxes and shipping involved, I'm going to get 100 of the 2-pin, 100 of the 3-pin, and 100 connectors because I've got a lot of connectors still in here. I don't need like the metal, right?
Yeah. See, that's the thing I found with those terminals, the actual metal crimpers, is for every one socket I need, where you normally say a 2-pin, you need 2 of those.
Yeah, you use a couple extra.
I need 4 because I'm going to screw up at least 2.
Yeah.
And once you screw up the crimper, you got to start over. There's no saving it. But yeah, that's not terrible. I'm looking at the Newark, which I knew there was. I'm pretty sure that's the one that. The only thing that's shocking me is $16 for 100 of the connectors.
Oh, it's cheaper to buy 250 of them.
That's I make these glitch busters. What they are is they're a capacitor for RT flying, and it basically, if you lose a signal because of a battery fade in your plane, the glitch buster basically stores its capacitor, it stores the energy, and it basically covers for that second or less time that you have that glitch in your radio.
Oh, it's just cutting out the valleys for you. That's kind of cool.
I've sold thousands of them.
Yeah. The other thing you got to remember, Jordan, when you're ordering the pins with the connectors, if you get a 2-pin connector, if you're getting 100 2-pin connectors, you need 200 pins.
Yeah, I just upped it to 250.
Yeah, which
was cheaper.
A few bucks, huh?
And now I'm thinking, well, why are we only going up to 250? That's because it only changed to $38. So like that was $2 more You know what?
Make sure you're buying the female pins and not the male pins.
Yeah.
That's the only thing is I'm looking at the. It says here, cut and tape socket. It looks like the right ones.
That's what you need.
Yeah, here. This is what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Did they say they're gold plated?
These ones are just tin.
They're tin plated
Yeah,
because they're usually copper or something.
and I don't need the fancy. I don't need. It's for printers. They're not.
Yeah, you don't need gold connectors or anything.
No.
You're not taking it apart at all?
Usually, once I put the plug together and I sham it in there, that's it. Maybe I take the plug out a few times, and if it gets fucked up, I make a new one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most of those plugs will take, a dozen or so pluggings before they start failing.
Okay, so I just upped it to.
The tins are rated for 11. The tins are rated for 11.
That's a very precise number. Not 10, not 15, but 11. So the DigiKeys are about the same price as the. Where's my history? History. What are you paying for the pins, the actual crimps, not the housings?
The crimps?
Yeah.
0.03888.
Okay, so they are a buttload cheaper.
So at Canadian prices, so it's 500 of them for $20.
Well, because at New Art, the housings are about the same price as they were at DigiKey, but
they're 8 cents a piece. Yeah,
16 cents a piece.
The connectors are 16 cents a piece.
The crimper, the actual crimp pin.
Yeah.
Which is sounding like it's a ribbon of them, not just a single unit.
But you're not buying a ribbon of them for 16 cents. You're buying.
Might be.
No. Well, how many is on a ribbon then? Because is it?
That's what I'm trying to find out. It doesn't.
Are they considering that a ribbon?
Yeah,
and you've got 10 connectors on it or something.
I'm guessing here. I don't know. It just seems awful expensive.
Or are they considering the actual roll like that?
Like a roll. A ribbon is 20. It's going to be 20 or 50.
It was originally 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine says it's going to come on a roll like that.
This is a ribbon. There's like 20 or 25 on them. Because DigiKey has them in ribbon and or you can buy a ribbon, roll, or individual.
Strips of them, I guess. Well,
I just bought cheapest. So if you're ordering from DigiKey, click on it, and it'll. If you scroll down to the bottom, it'll say also available in, and look and see if they have ribbon and roll, because you might find it's cheaper if you're buying that many in the roll.
So it actually told me when I changed it to 200, it updated saying, actually it's cheaper if you do go to 250 because then you get a different setup.
Yeah, so you get
and then because I just chose 500 as the bulk round number, it's like, yeah, no problem, we got that. Happy to help.
Yeah, so you're probably getting a roll, not individuals. I have a feeling these at 16 cents a piece are individuals, and they're literally breaking them off the roll. That's all right.
Yeah, you're paying for labor.
I'm at the point. It still ends up being the same price or cheaper to do it this way, until I add shipping. I have not added shipping yet. They'll probably whack me for shipping.
Well, I just bought a bunch of stuff, so that's always
down to 25. Okay. I really don't need 25.
I'm pretty glad that screen just barely fits on the Prusa.
100 update. And we're now at $20.48. So that I can handle. Let's go to checkout.
I spent $50.
New customer. Sure, I'll register. Why not? Am I still sharing my screen?
No.
No. Okay.
All right. That still pisses me off about this wire that I need. And even though I know it hasn't changed, might as well check out my Prusa Mini. Still on back ordered.
What wire do you need?
I gotta run some more. I gotta run some wire for the hot end here, so I'm using 18 gauge silicone, and I might have just enough. Like by the time I stretch it, like it might, but I don't want to. I don't want to be like a little bit tight. So I just ordered more on Amazon, the same stuff. Only for some reason they just they sent it to the wrong distribution center, so now it might not be delivered.
Oh, bummer.
It just says couldn't deliver your package, and it says returning to seller. But what does that mean?
What's up, red light? Would you like to associate this order to your Newark account? No. No, I'm not freight forwarding. You keep making this like I'm a company, and I understand, but
I get so much of that wire. Jesus, I keep rolls of it for and then my wife, she gets pissed off, but you know, I'm the kind of guy that will, if somebody's hot end comes in and I put a new heater on it, I'll take the whole heater and cut the wire off of it and then just roll it and put it in a drawer. And just
That's what you have. I have Ziploc bags of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean it just, and they're, you know, typically, you know, or somebody will buy the wrong part and it doesn't work, and why throw it away if you can save, you know, 3 feet of good silicone heat wire.
Yeah, when I did this hot end for my E3D, I only needed this much of the wire. So when I crimped and cut it and made a connector, I saved all the rest of it. No idea why.
Yeah.
Just did.
And Llama, once you start buying a ton of those JSTs, you'll find yourself, everything you put on your printer now, it becomes a pinned connector. You know, I don't put together a printer anymore where, you know, everything is a pinned connector. You know, I can swap out a fan, cooling fan, everything's on a 2P JST.
holy crap. They want $20 for shipping on a $20 order of a bunch of pins they can put in a fucking envelope.
From DigiKey.
That ain't happening.
Yeah. DigiKey's not.
That's not DigiKey. They're not. DigiKey's out of. What do you end up paying for shipping, Jordan?
$8.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Even that seems kind of ridiculous for. I mean, you put it in an envelope. It's a bunch of pins. They don't weigh anything. How many of those you got, man? You want to send me some? I'll give you a freaking $20.
Well, when they get in, we'll talk.
No, I was talking to him because he says he's got a buttload of them.
How many do you need?
Like 20, 23s and 22s. That's all you need
Of
for
the-
now. Obviously, you need,
Of the two
30, like 50 pins, because more than 50 pins. I need about 22s, and I don't need that many. I only need like 10 or 15 twos, and 10 or 15 threes, and enough pins to fill them. So if there's 10 threes, you need 30 pins for that, and 10 twos, another 20, so you need 50 crimps.
Yeah,
A really llama needs like 2,000.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I was going to say about 100, because
100 makes sense. You're going to bust them.
Yeah, because I usually screw up one. Every other one I screw up. So, if
Even
I
when
need
you get into a rhythm,
I get 100.
you get one that goes bad, and it's.
Well, that's my biggest thing. A lot of times when I'm crimping it, I'll crimp the stupid little locking pin. And sometimes you can get a knife under there and re-bend it out, but half the time it breaks. I've done that dozens of times.
And I'm real OCD. All my pins have to be the same length. So if I mess one up, I've got to cut all 3 wires or all, and then re-crimp them because I don't like wires.
Yeah, I don't. Honestly, I don't either. If they start bunching up. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't mind so much if it's in a box with the board. If it's out on the head or something, then it'll drive me nuts.
Yeah, I just don't want it to where
A little bit, I can deal with it, but if it's like a big difference, then
if
redo
it ends up giving you a big freaking camel's hump in the wire, I can't. I'm the same way. I'll redo them both before I'll leave a camel's hump. Because that's why I've learned. I used to like crimp it and then set it in the socket, and crimp one and set it in the socket. Now I crimp them all before I put them into the socket because for the same reason. If one of them ends up being screwed up too much, I gotta cut and start all over.
My next thing I'm going to have to do is start sourcing hardware. Because again, I bought all these kits, but I know I bought them so I can see which ones I'm using the most of. And it's M3 by 10. So I'm going to go to Brafasco tomorrow, and I'm going to buy like 1,000.
You just need the the socket head screws and nuts.
What?
Yeah, I buy the socket head ones. But I've got a hardware wholesaler that I used to deal with through work. So I can go in and just, even though I paid my debit, it goes on the company account, and I get screws for pennies.
Yeah, it was nice.
We just got some 50 mils.
The one good thing when I was working for the corporation and I ordered material, because the company I used to work for doing, I was the supervisor of a big trim/cabinet company. You go to Home Depot or Lowe's, it's like $1 a foot for trim, baseboard, casings, whatever. They got tired of paying that because literally I had job sites where they'd roll up with semi-trucks, multiple semi-trucks once a week with doors and trim and blah, blah, blah. They got tired of paying it, so they bought out a local lumberyard. And I was getting like baseboard for like 8 cents a foot. Casing was like 12 cents a foot. Believe it or not, my most expensive part that I bought in trim was freaking shoe molding. The little 1/2 inch by 3/4 inch shoe molding you put on the bottom. That was 32 cents a foot. That was the most expensive trim I got. And it was only that expensive because they never made it. They only made it when I ordered it. So they were charging me more in labor. And it's my own,
Have you tried RTLfasteners.com?
Nope.
RTL.
These sound familiar.
Robert Lima Fasteners.com for all your hardware. It's the top for RC flying, but I've found that all of the servo connecting screws work incredible in PLA and PETG to mechanically hold parts together. They're a 2 millimeter and a 3 millimeter with a coarse pitch on the screw. RTLfasteners.com.
Yeah, they have fasteners, but they don't have like the electronics.
Yeah, no, they just have fasteners.
Yep. I used to use Mr. Metric, I think it was called. They went out of business, which pissed me off because you used to get really good prices of by order numbers. You didn't have to buy like 100. You could go to Mr. Metric and order, say, 22 M3, this 20 millimeter long screws, and they were cheap, and their shipping was reasonable. It was always the guy would email you and because they do their automatic shipping. And they'd email you and say, dude, I could put this in an envelope and save you like $5 in shipping. You want me to do that instead of putting it in a box? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, see this.
He's gone.
I guess they're called HD Supply in other places, but they're all over Canada. I think they have some in the States, but it's just like a Fastenal or whatever you can get.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can get. I mean, anything, right?
Yeah, but
anything from leg bolts to
real specific, and he's got great deals. He'll run like 40% off sales, and they're exactly what you need. Like 3 millimeter pocket head or 3 millimeter cap head socket or cap head Allen. It's a good side resource.
Yeah, excuse me.
I'm wondering if I need to redo the firmware on this now. See if they wrote a 2.06 for
And tax. Okay, what'd I do? Later, Jeff. I like that. We are unable to calculate your exact tax and freight because of all the items in your shopping cart have not an associated weight to make the calculations. Your final invoice with list of exact costs and tax and freight are after you place your order. No.
Well, you should be able to say no at that point, right?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I get it, and I'm almost going to do it anyways because, come on, it's pins and stuff. I mean, literally, this can't weigh but like 20 ounces total. The envelope they're going to put it in is going to weigh more than the damn actual product. Need my glasses. Can't see. I'm old. Fine.
Trying to see if the guy that wrote the firmware for my Predator has made a new version. Because this guy did a pre-compiled firmware that is just awesome. It has all the shortcut commands, everything you need for doing the auto bed leveling, preheating, and any of the Delta configurations all built right in. Just want to see if he did it again with 2.0.6. That would make me happy.
Is that for your Prusa board?
No, it's my Predator.
Oh, Predator?
Yeah. Because right now, for some reason, when it goes to level, it starts to lower, stops about halfway, and then goes, okay, we're going to start probing here. And it's probing upward. And it's like, that's some real screwy ass business. Huh. There it
That's
is.
with those probes I'm working with. If my probe is a normally open probe and I put a normally closed probe on it, it will. That's what it does. It just comes down and then it goes up because if
Yeah, I mean this. This should be fine.
In place of the end stop.
So right now it's saying 2240. So that's doable. We'll see. Hopefully I'll get him in a reasonable time. I should have actually gotten fans while I was at it.
I was going to as well because I need a fan, but not really feeling it. We're a little overpriced.
Yeah, it did that's why I was looking at Newark, because I'm pretty sure Newark's the one that Mr. Buttram sent me to. And
okay.
They had the Sun-Ons and they were, a couple of bucks cheaper.
Ha. Okay, so this is 2.05. That'll work.
$17 for a freaking fan. Wow.
Lon, are you a music fan?
Depends. I listen to music, yes.
Does this reference anything?
Yes. I did a Muffin Man video with kids years ago. Back when I worked at the school, they used to have mini courses toward the end of the year. That was like a 2-week course. And everyone, it was basically took a recess period and these kids would take these 2-week mini courses. And I did a Muffin Man video with a bunch of people back when, oh God, this is like mid-90s when computer and video was really not what it is today. Basically take a videotape.
Know something?
Huh?
When you actually had to know something about a camera?
Yeah. Not even. We just used the old, like the big old shoulder VHS digital cameras. And it was fancy because we had a digital one that had a FireWire connector to the computer.
That was a big deal back then.
Yeah, FireWire was all the rage because you got rid of the regular VHS tape to record to, and you recorded to a digital tape, and it would directly import into the computer. And it was funny. We did the video. We did a Muffin Man video where like the kid was like stuffing muffins down his shirt, and it was kind of cool. Did the song into it and everything, and poured it from the digital tape on the camera into the computer. We literally had to plug the camera in overnight and let it, because it plays the tape.
Yeah.
We literally had to leave it overnight. We couldn't access the video until the next day. The Muffin Man is seated at the table in the laboratory of the Utility Muffin Research Kitchen.
Yeah.
Reaching for an oversized chrome spoon, he gathers an intimate quantity of dried muffin remnants.
Yeah.
Brushing his scapular aside, proceeds to dump these inside of his shirt.
I was a huge Frank Zappa fan. I saw him.
Yeah, I was too.
I saw him.
It's funny. He grew up right down the road here. He's not actually from here. He used to date a girl in Essex, Connecticut, right up the road. So we used to see him a lot at the bars and stuff around here, even though he didn't drink. People don't realize he never really drank. But he'd stop in bars and stuff and just hang out and chill with people.
Yeah.
I never met him personally or anything, but my brothers did a couple times and stuff. They're older than me.
We'd have Zappa parties, and you had to dress as one of the people that are in any of his songs. You could be Billy the Mountain, or the Muffin Man, Joe from Joe's Garage.
Zappa collection. I used to have a whole. I'm not gonna say all of his albums because some of them I didn't actually like. But I definitely had. I had both the radio version of. The hell is it? The last one he really did that was popular there. With Central Scrutinizer. That was the name of the album.
The Central Scrutinizer, yeah.
Well, that's the dude in the song, but what's
That's the dude. Yeah, it's the that's Overnight Sensation.
No. Joe's Garage.
Oh, Joe's
two versions of Joe's Garage. Joe's Garage, the radio version album, which is just an album, and then there's the whole story album that was a 2-album album.
Fucking foot is getting put on stuff.
Huh?
Central Scrutinizer was the guy that.
Yeah. Joe, what's taken?
I am the guy from the video. Who's in your right?
No.
Yeah, Zappa was awesome.
Can't stop the flying people.
Yep, good old Zappa.
If you get a chance,
I got my neighbors down behind us. Their mother's my age, but the two younger people, they never heard Zappa. I was playing it one time. We were all drinking beer, sitting around the fire, and they're like, "What the hell is this crap?" I'm like, "Listen to it. It's Frank Zappa."
Yeah, okay, old llama.
Well, you're old enough to know who Zappa is, right?
Vaguely.
Sad, huh? This younger generation doesn't even understand quality freaking music. Yellow Snow, baby. Especially as a Canadian, you should know Yellow Snow.
Oh, absolutely.
I choose to not eat yellow snow, dude.
That's
Watch out where the Huskies go. Don't you eat that yellow snow. And right about that time, people.
what about that time, people?
Who was strictly commercial. Strictly commercial. Had the undated audacity to jump up from behind my igloo. Igloo. Peekaboo. And started to whipping on my favorite baby seagull. Leadfield snowshoe. He went peekaboo.
Filled with a Leadfield snowshoe. I said peekaboo.
I rubbed it all into his beady little eyes with a vigorous circular motion hitherto unknown, but destined to take the place of the mud shark in your mythology. Here it goes now. The circular motion, rub it. That was great.
With you, llama.
Oh God, we used to because they got really popular. No, but Dr. Demento used to be the syndicated comedy Sunday night, radio.
Dr. Demento.
That really made Zappa was Dr. Demento.
Freaking love technology.
Yeah, it made some of them.
Yeah.
She had freckles on her butt. She is nice. Dr. Demento, Dr. Demento. I love that show.
Dr. Demento on Sundays was freaking hilarious.
It was. It was. Well,
Went out show every Sunday at 8:00 at night, at least here Eastern. Dr. Demento. Everybody I knew, we'd all start drinking and listen to Dr. Demento.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It was the same crap every week.
It was. It was.
You know, there wasn't much variety. It was always some Frank Zappa. It was always some Weird Al Yankovic. And then
remember when Weird Al first started? When Weird Al first started, when we heard his songs, it was like, this was new. I mean,
yeah,
for me,
Weird Al was new when Dr. Demento came out.
Yeah.
That was old freaking.
Now it's all old. Yeah.
Nice.
And so are you.
Carrot Top started on that too. He had a couple of songs that he did that used to be on Dr. Demento.
You know, you're not a young guy anymore, Llama.
Nope. I am not. And the funny thing is I'm the youngest of 5 brothers. And my oldest brother blew out his back, and we're all like, wow, that's, amazing, And then we thought about it, it's like, he's 65. No wonder he blew out his back.
That's your oldest brother?
Huh?
That's your oldest brother?
Yeah. I'm 55 and he's 65. He's 10 years older than me.
Yeah, I'm 63.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think you were that old. I figured you were a couple years older than me. I didn't think you were 60 yet.
I'm old. I'm an old ass.
Llama's old as shit.
Yeah. I'm just broken. Not even that I'm old. I'm just broken.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Some people treat their body like a temple. Mine was a freaking playground.
Yeah. Power off.
On that note, so I found them, and they're ordered. Probably won't get them for a million years. Didn't even think of looking at that part. They're still kind of overpriced, but I guess I'm over it. Walgreens ad. I don't care about Walgreens.
Did you order it already?
Yeah. It was $22. I got 100 connect pins, and I got 25, housings for both 3 and 2, which is enough. I just have a bunch sitting here for the housings already in here, because that's what I was doing, plugging them in, figuring exactly what I needed.
I was going to say, I just looked at my stock. I only have 4. I got a ton of the. I've got to order some. You'll like the DigiKey. You may not even notice it, but American-made manufacturers of the connectors tend to have a lot closer tolerances to the shape. So the 2.5 pitch fits a lot better. The fitment just from one connector to the other, and especially if you put the secondary connector over the top of it for the splice, you'll find that they just fit so much nicer than the Chinese.
Yeah, DigiKey didn't have them; they were out of stock, so I had to get it through Newark, which is out of Illinois.
Newark. Oh, Newark. Yeah.
That's the company. An Avnet company, it says. Newark, an Avnet company, whatever the hell that is. Yeah. They actually had them in stock. DigiKey didn't have them in stock. They had them. I can back order.
Did you try Mouser?
Huh?
Did you try Mouser?
Yeah, Mouser only carried the kits, and they were the Adafruit kits, which are fine, but I can get the kit through Amazon and get more parts for half the price of the Adafruit kit. Which, again, the Adafruit kit looked like nicer pins and, didn't look as cheap as these, but come on. Who cares?
Seems like you care, Lum.
Big tree tech board. I can't worry about that much. But this puppy.
Oh, yeah.
I had the 4-pin, and I've got some 3-pin. I'm out of 2-pin, and I need more 3-pin to wire this up. And get rid of that. Which I don't really need to get rid of other than it's me. Once I get it running right, I got to break it. Gotta fix it after I get it running right.
What?
I may pull the wires though for this and rewire everything. That way, if anyone buys it, they have all the wires. All they have to do is make the ends for the other end.
As far as this thing is concerned, it's not actually connected to the probe. Aha! Said the blind squirrel. Speaking of connectors, I think this one's fucked up.
Anybody want to buy a duet board?
Which one?
Duet 2. Not worth it for you, dude. It costs too much to ship it to you. Although there's not much to that. It probably wouldn't cost that much to ship.
I've got a Maestro sitting here that I just, again, I don't, back to the connectors, to use the damn thing, because I got it secondhand, I need to get a whole connector kit.
Yeah. Which you know they sell you. They're only like $10.
Yeah. Where at, Llama?
From Duet.
Yeah. Not in Canada land.
Anywhere you can buy the Duet kit.
I was going to order one from Trinidad Solid and have Bob send it to me, but I just haven't yet.
You know what? Because when I got my Duet, I didn't see it in the box. It was like under the foam. And I ended up ordering another kit, and then I found it. So I got 2 kits.
So then when you sell the board, you sell it with a kit.
Yeah, but I have 2
and now
kits.
You're like a cool guy.
And they weigh over. I mean, they give you like 10 when you only need 3. What my thought would be, if you want some, I can probably, if I can find it. I think it's still a sealed pack. I have the other kit. I can probably just put it in a freaking envelope and send it to you.
Ha Suck it.
Are any of you guys?
No.
Are any of you guys using 50-watt heaters?
Who?
Or instead of the stock 40-watt?
Both of my printers now are whatever E3D gives you. I think it is a 40-watt.
Yeah. I've done some.
Mirrors left. I was going to go to 50-watt, but you know what? I don't have problems with the hot end heating up. My hot end's all the Humera heats up just fine. I'm not using like the Tornado or whatever you want to call it hot end that needs to heat up faster.
I got a whole bunch of these if you want any. Piezo's.
No need for them.
That's my that's my mount for automatic bed leveling from the nozzle.
Well, you know, I've been looking at that because I had an idea on how to do it. It's not hard. It's not all that hard to do. The problem is you get goop on the nozzle, it's going to change. So even if you heat it up and you heat up the bed, every time it touches the ooze, it's going to change it just a little bit.
What I incorporated on this design was a servo. So I wrote the code that the servo would would move out of the way and then move back in to secure the hot end. And that would
what I did with the duet kit. I may have actually given it away already. I can't remember what I did with it. Housings, pins.
So here's what I have, Llama.
More pins.
This is
I got duet pins.
so this had an inductive sensor on it, and this would lift ever so slightly. Would lift this mount.
Yeah, but like I said, the every time the nozzle hits, if there's filament oozing out, it's going to change the height the nozzle hits, so it's not really going to be that accurate. I mean, not that it's that much, because if it's hot, it's just going to squish down.
This servo comes down like this, and then just holds it in place, so it can't move.
Yeah. I have no idea what this is. Oh, there's some kind of end stops I got for something, but they're huge. Oh, this crap. We got some high temp XT90s or XT60s. These are 60s. Got a buttload XT30s.
XT30s are great for your hot end
Yeah.
wire. You want to make it detachable so that you can work on it.
That's
Put an
what I
XT30 in there, and
Yep, and I use XT60s for the bed, which is more than enough for most beds.
okay, let's try that.
I have a buttload of Deans. I have the X, but I have so many friggin' Deans connectors that I just use Deans on them.
No, these are for the duet.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
Oh, nice.
You pay for the shipping, I'll throw them in the freaking envelope for you.
Yeah, just tell me how much it is. Just send it. You've got everything. Send it.
Yep.
And just tell me how much I owe you.
I got more pins, and when I sell my board, I'll just snip the things off, and they can reuse the housings I have.
Right. You can just clean them out. And
Yeah.
just put them in there.
But that way, because I know I had 2 sets, so that should be a full set for a duet board.
Yeah, just tell me how much, buddy.
Yeah.
Just send it tomorrow, and
Yeah.
just tell me how much I owe you.
Yep. Sounds like a plan. $1 million in shipping to Canada.
You guys buy your filament off Amazon?
Sometimes.
Have you tried this ceramic FedG?
I've seen that a few times. I haven't tried it.
It is really phenomenal stuff. I can't believe that it's got kind of a wide range for temp. I'm running it at like 240. I started out at like 255, and then I bring it down 1 degree per layer till I hit 240. And it's just phenomenally beautiful stuff. And it's real reasonable now. They're Amazon is giving 20% off on it or 10% off. It's their go-to filament, and it's just phenomenal, beautiful PETG. Real great work. Super strong. Not much stringing. That's kind of what I noticed that was really good about it.
Little empty box around here somewhere. Just throw them in, or an envelope even.
Just get one of those like 30-cent
I've got
mailers that are like
little padded manila envelope.
yeah. When you're at the post office, you just buy the little mini bubbler.
Yeah, those things cost more than the shipping probably will.
Or my favorite trick is you just cut part of an Amazon bag.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
You know, a guy could make a fortune just stuffing
I literally
bags,
save them for that purpose.
boxes, and repurposing them.
Oh, I repurpose the Amazon boxes constantly. I deliberately, when I sent Fun King the knife, I don't know if you guys ever watched that a year or two ago. I sent him the little Fun King knife with the little logo on it that I 3D printed. I put the knife in envelopes and bags and, layers and layers and layers of packaging with a buttload of tape, with a little letter when he finally got to the knife that said, here's what you'll need to unbox this whole thing. So you had to cut through all the layers to get to the tool to cut through all the layers.
I take these,
Yeah.
I turn them inside out, and then ship stuff in them.
Yeah. It's funny because they've gone to these paper ones now over those white.
It's a mix between
Well,
what shows up.
Totally different. This is like recycled.
Is that the brown one or the yellow one?
But almost all of them now have gone to this brown recycled paper around here.
I get a mix of them.
Yeah, I used to get the white ones all the time. But now lately they've been coming in that because Amazon actually delivers here now, which is really weird because I'm kind of in an odd. I don't want to say sticks because it's really not. But it seems where we are. But yeah, Amazon, no more USPS and UPS. Amazon delivers their own crap here now. We have an Amazon van that drives up.
Where do you live, Lama?
Connecticut.
In Connecticut?
Basically right on the shore, which is why this is not really the Sticks, Boonies area because it's a shoreline. Like right now, we're a little light because the whole COVID thing and everything. But normally my town is like, in the wintertime, we're about 4,000 or 5,000 people. In the summertime, we're like 100 to 180,000 people. Because there's like 1,000 summer homes that way and about 6,000 summer homes that way. And they're all just 3 months out of the year, 4 months out of the year, they're occupied, and the rest of the time they're empty. Because it's all waterfront.
Can you do some detective work for me?
What's that?
My best friend from college lives in Cheshire, and I went and visited him. Cheshire, and his brother sells comic books, one of the biggest on the East Coast. And we lost contact with my friend, and I don't know if he passed or because his mom and dad both died, and his brother has taken over his Facebook account, but I can't get in contact with my friend.
What are you looking for? A comic book store here in Connecticut?
No. I'm looking for my friend.
Yeah, I know, but you said it was a comic.
I don't think he's a store. I think he sells everything on the web. My friend's name is Gary Hall. He used to work for Pratt & Whitney.
Yeah, well, Pratt & Whitney's right down the street here. Well, one of Pratt & Whitney's all over the state. But
right.
The offices are right down the street. The main Pratt & Whitney's out in Hartford.
Well, I'm up, buddy. I got to bail. I got stuff to take care of.
I'm going to bolt pretty soon myself. Yeah, Cheshire's like on the other side of the state from me.
Yeah,
I'll catch you later.
State is so small that's like next door.
Well, the state's small, but it's pretty heavily packed for such a small state. We actually have a larger population per square mile than.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we are actually the highest in New England. New York isn't part of New England, or else it would be higher. But even New York, people think it's packed. New York's a big state for this area. And there's a lot of population in the New York City, but the upper northern New York is like a big open.
Absolutely. Yeah, upstate. Yeah. Have you
And that's
you
most of New York.
you head that way?
Population New York is Long Island, New York City.
Yeah. I loved Connecticut.
Yeah, it's got its ups and downs.
Yeah. I'm here in Iowa, so it's if you like corn and you like soybeans and if you like hunting, which all of those, I like all of those, that it's a great place. But there's I don't know what our population is, but we're a huge state and probably got 2 million people in the whole state. So
yeah, we got like 1 million people in like the capital city, let alone the rest of the state. Hartford got more than 1 million people, I think. No, I can't be that much. I know Hartford's pretty packed, and Bridgeport's pretty packed. Wallingford's packed with all the freaking drug addicts. That's like our crack central.
You got a crack central?
Oh yeah, it's bad, dude. Well, is it Wallingford or Wallington or whatever? I can't remember the name of the town. Wallington, I think. I don't know, something like that.
I made a model last night for this.
Anyway, I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna kill the stream anyways.
Yeah, go ahead and shut the stream off. I gotta go.
That and it's lunchtime. I didn't even realize it was lunchtime. See you, peoples.